Hallo zur heutigen Unterrichtseinheit mit Chris. Wir sprechen heute über englische Grammatik und ich biete die kommenden 14 Tage in den Osterferien Grammatik-Intensivkurse an, so dass ihr eure Grammatik für das Schuljahr hoffentlich wieder ein bisschen auffrischen könnt, verbessern oder vielleicht sind auch noch Lücken da und da arbeiten wir heute dran. So, hi, my name is Chris and we're gonna start with grammar today. And we're going to start with the basic grammars. You have 3 forms of grammar. We do have the simple present or present tense, ist die einfache Gegenwart. We have the simple past or past tense, die einfache Vergangenheit. And we do have the future tense, die Zukunftsform. Heute beschränken wir uns allerdings auf die ersten 2 Formen in der Gegenwart. That means simple present and present progressive. First, we're going to go through and you will see. Let's go. So as you can see, we have English grammar and simple present. The rules to talk about facts. I know that grammar rule. To talk about repeated actions, habits, or routine, I always get up at 7 o'clock. Expressions of frequency, I watch TV twice a week. Then we have the affirmative way of the simple present. I, you, we, they know. He, she, it knows. Do you see a difference? Yes, if we use the pronouns I, you, we, they, you have the verb. And if we use he, she, it, we do have the verb with an S. And there's a German saying, habt ihr bestimmt alle in der Schule gehört, he, she, it, das S muss mit. To translate this, he, she, it, you always need to put an S behind the verb. Then we have the negative simple present. I, you, we, they don't know. And again, he, she, it doesn't know. See again, we have to include the S. So doesn't know. Then you have the question form. Do I know? Do you, we, or they know? Or don't you, we, they know? And now again, be careful. Simple present with S. Does he, she, it know? Now we talk about the present progressive. And the rules are actions in progress at the time of speaking. Look, it's snowing. Hopefully not anymore. An action that has started, that is not finished, and that will continue. We are painting the flat at the moment. Here you can see a signal word, which means at the moment you can see it has to be present progressive. Or in English we say present continuous, but it's the same thing. We use the present progressive for temporary actions or situations that is different from a person's normal habits. She's working in Boston this week. Usually she works in New York, but now she's working in Boston this week. Changes in trends nowadays, these days. More and more people are going abroad for work these days. And we use the present progressive for something that is always happens. For example, Tom is always asking questions. As you can see here, we will go through affirmative. And the present progressive is built with the subject to be, the verb plus ing. Affirmative, I am eating. The short form is I'm eating. You, we, they are eating. And he, she, it is eating. Or he's, she's, it's eating. Then we have the negative form. I am not eating. You, we, they are not, or short form, aren't eating. He, she, it is not or isn't eating. Then you have the question form. Am I eating? Okay, the question mark is missing behind. Are you, we, they eating? Question mark is missing here too. And is he, she, it eating? Okay, as I said, you can see down here, it's only 5 pages we've done from 25. But as I said in the beginning, we concentrate on the simple present and the present progressive today. So let's do a little worksheet together. What do we use? The simple present or the present continuous. In your school books, it is present progressive. Okay. This is Mrs. White. She, a primary school teacher. What would you fill in? Correct. She is a primary school teacher because she's always, it's routine, a primary school teacher and not only at this moment. What would you fill in the next sentence? Correct. She teaches English, maths, and geography. Simple present because she always teaches English, maths, and geography. Now, the next sentence, what would you fill in? Correct. At the moment, she is teaching maths. You have the signal word or the indicator at the moment. So you can see you have to fill in present progressive. And of course, today I fill this in for you because this is a demo lesson, an information lesson. But in the future, of course, you will have your own worksheet and you as a student fill in. Now, what would you fill in the next sentence? Correct. She lives in London because she always lives in London. So it's routine, so we use the simple present. And be careful, he, she, it, don't forget to put the S at the end of the verb. She lives in London and, of course, she is married to George, who's French. What would you fill in the next line? The next sentence. Yes, they have 3 children because they always have 3 children and not only at this moment. And the next, what would you fill in? Yes, they all love animals. Simple present because they always love animals. And what is now the negative form? for the next sentence. Correct. But they don't have any pets. Negative form is don't and not haven't. So we say they don't have any pets because what would you fill in? Simple present or present progressive? Correct. Simple present because they always live in an apartment. So what would you fill in the next sentence, Mrs. White? Correct. Mrs. White speaks French as well as English. And again, simple present, Mrs. White is she. So do not forget to fill in the S at the end. And what would you fill in the negative form of not teach? Here we have to fill in, but she doesn't teach. And again, it's she, so we have to, don't forget the S. She doesn't teach. Now, Mrs. White needs Sophie. What would you fill in here? It has to be present progressive because it's only a short time, a few days, that Sophie stays with Mrs. White. Therefore, we need to use the present progressive. What would you fill in the next sentence? Yes, Sophie lives because she always lives in Liverpool. And of course, if you have in the first part simple present, you have to use simple present in the next part as well because she studies in Liverpool as well. But what would you fill in the next sentence? Yes, she is enjoying her midterm break in London at the moment. And there you have the signal word again, at the moment. So, of course, it has to be present progressive. And what would you fill in the next sentence? Yes, she is planning to do some serious shopping and sightseeing. Because it is not routine, she has a plan now, meanwhile she is in London. So what would you fill in the next sentence, Mrs. White's son Arnold? Yeah, simple present because he always doesn't like shopping, not only at the moment. So negative form with an S is doesn't like shopping. And the next sentence, of course, has to be simple present as well, because he always loves hanging out with his friends. And here again, it is he, so don't forget the S in the sentence, with the verb. So now you have another signal word, usually. What would you fill in here if you have this indicator usually? Yes, simple present. Usually is an indicator for simple present. So they usually go to the local park where they, what would you fill in here? Of course, again, simple present, where they play football or basketball. So the next sentence, today, however, what would you fill in here? Is it simple present or present progressive? Yes, very good. You have the present progressive, because today is an exception. Today, however, tells you it's not as usual. So today, however, Arnold isn't playing football or basketball. Yes, he is skateboarding, because it's not as usual. So what would you fill in the next sentence with Mr. White? Of course, it has to be simple present because he always works for a multinational company. Now be careful with the next sentence. Let's see what you filled in. I would say he isn't working today, however, because usually he works, and this is not routine anymore. It's an exception. Therefore, we use the present progressive or present continuous in my words. And what would you fill in the last gap? Yes, present progressive again, because only today he isn't feeling well because he phoned in sick. So there you have another exception. That's why we use the present progressive. Okay, let's go over to a little nice film which explains the present and present progressive. Let's see. Here you can see simple present. He works in an office because he usually or always works in an office. So we use for routine simple present. So every weekday from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, he works there in his office. Simple present. Here you have another signal word. That's what he usually does. So usually is a signal or an indicator for simple present. And here, now is an indicator for which tense? Yes, present progressive. Let's see. You can see here, right now he is visiting his girlfriend. Hooray! Yeah, he does not do this every day. Right now. So in this moment, and then we use the present progressive. Oh, and again the present progressive. He is singing songs to her. Moi, is that lovely? Oh, that's cute. I want to have a guy like that. So you can see the difference again. Simple present, what he usually does, so routine, and present continuous, or in your school books, it's present progressive, what he is doing now. Here we go. And of course, in every lesson, I have games for you. And you got 3 seconds to fill in if you use the present progressive or the simple present. What would you fill in this gap? Correct. The word often tells you it has to be simple present, and as it is Mr. Green, we need the S again. So Mr. Green often has a barbecue in his garden. Check yourself. What would you fill in? Yeah, it has to be present progressive because right now, David is watching a film at the cinema right now. And here, what's your choice? A little tip, simple present, twice a day, routine. Excellent. Yes, I take a shower twice a day is correct. And your choice again. What do you fill in? A little hint, at the moment, is a signal word for? Yes, present progressive. The kids are reading books at the moment. Your choice again. Ben and I are going for a walk this afternoon. Because it's not routine, they don't do this every afternoon because they say this afternoon. So it has to be present progressive or present continuous. Your choice. Which one do you choose? Simple present or present progressive? Simple present. Susan visits her dentist twice a year. It's routine again because she does it twice a year. Okay, I'll give you a little hint here. Look at the word always. It's an indicator for which tense? Yay! My dad always reads a newspaper in the morning. What did you fill in? They are waiting at the bus stop right now. Signal word again, right now. So we have to use the present progressive. Your choice again. Here's another signal word, usually. So I usually fly my kite in the summer. And the last one. So as it is every Sunday and always, we use my family always have dinner together on Sundays. Very good. Perfect. And something for the end.
Are you dancing now?
Charlie's writing on the wall. What?
Charlie? She's writing on the wall.
So, this is, of course, present progressive. Let's see why the boy is using present progressive and not simple present.
I should go.
Uh-oh.
Dexter, are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
I'm not bothering you, am I?
A little.
So these scenes are all in present progressive. Guess why?
I know what you're doing.
Having breakfast?
Madeline, what are you doing?
Looking for a book. Carrie, do you have a second?
Sure, what's up?
Are you tweeting about me?
Am I tweeting about you?
Are you Upriser 7?
What are you talking about?
Someone's gossiping online about me.
I know what you're thinking.
I'm not thinking anything.
What are you doing?
So as you can see in these little movie clips, we use the present progressive for things in life which happen right now or differently than routine. So let's watch the rest.
I'm texting.
Yes, me, what?
Gary,
Glenda?
what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm making an omelet. What do you think? Where are you?
I need some help.
Okay. Now?
Hey guys, what you studying?
Chemistry.
What are you two laughing at? You, Eli. We're laughing at you.
Mom! Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence!
So that was my lesson for today. We've spoken about the simple present and the present progressive, or in this case, present continuous. And the next 2 weeks over Easter, I'm going to offer online intensive courses for all grammar rules. And if you need something special, let me know and I'll put it into the lesson. So what you need is, of course, internet, maybe a laptop or a mobile phone, but mobile phones are very little, so it's quite difficult to write in there. So a laptop or computer would be better. And a camera would be nice, but no must. But important is that you have a speaker, or as I have, a headset, so we can communicate quite well. So I hope I'm going to see you soon. This was a lesson with Chris. Bye. Have a nice day.